Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Meghan Markle actually sent a wreath which was coupled with her condolences for the loss of Prince Philip, and a lot of royal reporters and commentators have basically said that it was a desperate PR stunt on her behalf to make her presence known and to get publicity for her and Harry's joint Archwell brand in order to keep the wheel turning and to keep on galvanizing attention and taking away the attention from the rest of the royal family. And the Harkle Sparkles, the Meghan Markle fans, the Sugars, are extremely upset over this. They're very angry that she has been deemed as an attention-seeking, self-centered individual, even though a lot of us know that that's exactly what she is known for. She has always tried to steal the limelight from the rest of the royal firm in order to prop herself up and in order to build this big £1 billion brand in the United States of America. So this article was written by The Express, and they picked up on this row that is going on. And I think it's true. I think that there was an element of trying to galvanize attention, because she must have known that Prince Philip, before he passed away, would have been heartbroken by the awful things that she insinuated about the firm, and the fact that they didn't even bother to hold this interview back and not release it to the public while he was still sick in hospital. So the article is titled "Meghan Markle fans left fuming at hateful Wreath attack as Duchess accused of PR stunt." Meghan Markle has been accused of using Prince Philip's funeral as a publicity stunt, as details of the wreath she sent were leaked to the press, but fans have rallied around the Duchess of Sussex, defending her from attacks. Commentator Daniela Elsa accused Meghan of leaking details about a handwritten note attached to a wreath to honour Prince Philip ahead of the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral on Saturday. Meghan was unable to attend the funeral as she is heavily pregnant. While some people lashed out at the Duchess of Sussex for leaking information about her wreath to the press, others took to social media to praise Meghan for her kind gesture. One person tweeted, "Meghan Markle accused of bewildering PR stunt over wreath at Prince Philip's funeral. To whoever this person is, this is ignorant. Just proves it doesn't matter what she does, she gets attacked. Yes, she is always attacked." Another person said, "If it had transpired that Meghan had not sent a wreath, run that scenario, what would you say then?" And another one added, "Meghan is gracious, handwriting her condolences with a lovely thought out, very personal wreath, etc., etc." And the comments just seem to go on. Someone else compared the media coverage of Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, who stepped back to allow Harry and William to speak, with Meghan, who was unable to attend the funeral due to being heavily pregnant. They wrote, "All she did was step back and let them talk like any normal person would." But the fact of the matter is, you can say all of these things, but Kate was actually there. She's always been there. She's consistently been there, and she's never tried to draw attention to her own drama or issues or problems that she could have had. And I'm sure that Kate has had many problems while being a senior royal, but she's never complained, and she's always stuck to the royal protocol, which is never complain and never explain. There has been over 1,000 comments on this article, which is very rare for an Express article. But the reality of it is that a lot of people are not in agreement that it was not a PR stunt. A lot of people do believe that it was a PR stunt. Indeed. So I'm going to read this comment that was left here by someone called Dog Runner. "Does anybody really know how many genuine fans that Meghan and Harry still retain? We know that they have a paid Sussex squad. We also know that they're pals including Omid Scooby, their Soho House cohorts, including Marcus Anderson, and their PR mouthpieces at various agencies all blast puff pieces in order to keep them in the media. But it would be interesting to read a breakdown of the actual numbers. 1, of real human beings who are fans versus 2, paid Sussex squad bots versus 3, PR promoters, because this would tell us whether or not that there are actually a significant number of real people without an agenda or a finger in the pie who are upset that Meghan Markle's tiresome wreath and note was called a PR stunt. And to be frank, had Meghan and Harry remained discreet, as were the others who sent their wreaths and not blasted it all over the media but kept her wreath and note a private gesture, nobody would have said anything at all. Also, on social media, we were treated to not only the stories of how Meghan felt so very much there due to her wreath and note, but also we were told the name of the florist. We were told that she planned the specific flowers for a specific purpose. No detail was left private with the exception of the note itself. And I would imagine that the contents will not be made public by the British royal family, since Meghan Markle would surely claim copyright. And that's the end of her comment. Another person said, how would the palace know the meaning of the flowers in the wreath? A total PR press release. If she was sincere, the world would not have known about them, only the royal family, which is true. And another person has said here, the second baby might just be the final strain that cracks the royal foundation. The wreath is just more damage control spin, as she realises just how important the Duke was to so many and what an absolutely ignorant person she has appeared to be in front of the world. Her only way out that she can see is to become extremely rich and part of the Hollywood elite. The last might be harder to achieve than the first. Hollywood royalty won't trust her at all with their private life. I mean, who would exactly? Another person has said, I'm not buying her fans being furious, just another PR stunt. I hadn't even noticed the wreaths at all, didn't realise the wreaths were even there until I read that Meghan had sent a wreath. I still don't know who the others were from, but we know all about hers, and I don't think for 1 second that it was someone else trying to stir up publicity. That's a cop-out to steer the conversation away from Meghan, because we know she leaked it. She wasn't there, and yet there's been something about her in the news every single day, and we can anticipate there's going to be even more now as Prince Harry makes his way home, once he gets home, afterwards, etc., so on and so forth. So with all that being said, I will be back with another video. Bye guys.